Defarge started collecting the information, but she was failed to collect the information because he asked to Defarge, I was asking to your wife about the arouse of people or anger of people in St. Anthony because of the unhappy fate of poor Gaspard. And Mr. Defarge, he avoid this answer, giving answer, and he says, I know nothing about it. Now that I have met you, and Mr. Barsad said to Mr. Defarge or M. Defarge, and he says that I have also met Dr. Mente and his daughter in England, and I have heard how you helped him get here or there, out of there. So then we see Defarge putting some glasses on a shelf. Asked a question to Barsad, and he says that you don't hear much about them now. Ma'am Defarge struck in looking up from her work. Actually, we never hear about them. We received news of their safe arrival, and that was all. Barsad said that now I haven't met after that, but we received the news that they arrived safely. The daughter is going to marry, so as the chapter suggests, the marriage of Lucie with Charles. Now there would be conversation about the marriage. Going to, she was pretty enough to marry years ago. You English are so cold. And Mr. Defarge says that, oh, he was enough to marry years ago. That means 1 year ago. Already he was planned to marry because he was pretty and young. Oh, you know, I am English. Your accent betrays you, monsieur. And he is telling to monsieur that your words say that you are English, okay, because of your pronunciation, accents of speaking, it reveals that you are Englishman. And he was annoyed that he had not passed for a Frenchman, but struggled it off with a laugh and continued. So he laughed and he continued his conversation. Yes, Miss Mente is going to marry the Marquis' nephew, a certain Charles Darnay. So then he revealed this mystery that she is going to get married with Charles Darnay. Ma'am Defarge knitted steadily, each stitch another name in the long list of doomed. She was hearing this all conversation, but she was knitting continually and stuck in her work. In London, Lucie had decided to spend the evening before her wedding to Charles Darnay with her father. Now we see here, on the other hand, in London, Lucie had decided to spend the evening with her father before her wedding time. Are you happy, my dear father? Asked Lucie. Lucie asked, if you are happy, my father, tell me. Quite, my child, but Lucie could tell that her father was concerned. And Lucie could see on the face of her father that her father is concerned about her. Therefore, she says that Father, if I would not have fallen in love with Charles Darnay, I would stay with you forever, and if it were not Charles, it would be someone else. Her father replied, Father, tell me one last time that you do not mind. I would not want you to give up love for my sake. And her father says that no problem, I would not ask you to leave your love for my sake. You have to marry with Charles Darnay. Lucie held her father's hand and they looked up into the night sky where the moon was shining brightly. So, from here, we can understand Lucie loves her father, and father loves Lucie so much. So, about the depart of Lucie from her father, giving so much pain for to Dr. Mente, and Lucie also is very nervous to get married with Charles. On the other hand, she is happy that she got her love, but on the other hand, she is sad because she would depart from her father and she would go to Charles' house. So I used to look at the moon from my prison cell and wonder whether I had a child and if I would ever see it. And here the emotional scene again came. Dr. Mente says that from the prison I used to see this moon and I was thinking and I used to think that I had a child, whether I had a child and if I would see her and or him. So therefore it was the first time her father had talked about his prison day. She came close to him and kissed him on the cheek. So here we see emotional scene that she loves her father, and this was the first time he talked about the prison. So in next third part, fourth part, we will see again.